Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Stirvin here. It's really late or early. I don't know. I haven't been to sleep yet. It's 4:31. It's my birthday and I just can't sleep cuz I keep thinking about y'all. And the fact that I haven't posted this episode, which is such a shame. But the thing is, I just wanted to start out the show by saying I'm sorry for the long time to post this. I'm sorry, Andrew, for how long it took to post this. I got sick, and then on top of that, my phone crapped out. And you know how I'm the confound millennial. I'm not good at anything millennialishness. I don't know. Either way, I didn't back up a bunch of stuff on my phone that I needed for the podcast, like a moron. So, enjoy this episode. Oh yeah, crap. We mentioned during this episode a show at a Frosty Freeze. Do not go to the Frosty Freeze. Unless, of course, Andrew has another show that just so happens to be this Saturday at the Frosty Freeze, but I doubt it. So go check AP Harbor's Facebook page. That'll show you where to catch Andrew next, and we'll have all the links to all the good stuff and merch and whatnot for him in the description below where you clicked on this video. Thanks, and see y'all on the other side. And welcome to the Confound Millennial, starring Steven, Stirvin, Michaels, and Ryan Diamondz.
That's me.
Yeah, that is you. I'm glad
Ryan
that you can
Diamondz.
recognize that. You're even getting better with your shapes and colors, too.
Circles. Rhombus.
Dude, this is going to be great. This is going to be a fun episode. I feel all silly goofy tonight. You seem silly goofy. Sleep is a thing I'm not familiar with. But what I am a little bit familiar with is a little band called AP Harbor. And let's get you guys more familiar with their singer, Andrew.
The cat on the left is no better than the cat on the right. And the cat in the west knows that west is just a spatially relative side. There are north cats, east cats, cats down south, and then the center cats, and they all just meow the same. It's a cat kind of game.
And we, through the magic of post, put in a song there. But here is Andrew of A.P. Harbor. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Nice. Not bad. Doing good?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Nice.
Thanks for coming on, man. It's so a little bit about your band is it's a little different than the style of music I usually have on the show, but I like it.
Oh, thanks.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's not particularly heavy.
Yeah, no, but it's calming.
Oh, thank you.
It doesn't get my heart rate going like usual, but that's nice in music sometimes.
Yeah, we try to do a little bit of different stuff occasionally, but I tend to gravitate towards quieter things.
Gives me feels. I like it.
Yeah, it feels. That's
Reminds
good.
me of a quiet company that's just a good, easy. Feels good. Feels good to listen to that. I
Yeah, like a lot of the times I send Diamondz, the name of the band that we're going to have on, and he's like, "Dear Lord, can't we switch genres just once?"
I send him bands too. I'm like, come on, this band Come on, let's try this one.
Can you really judge the band by the name? Is it like kill, kill, kill,
Yeah.
death, death, death? You know,
Yeah, some of that. But they've all been really cool. It's really cool. Everybody we talked to has been great. Really
yeah,
enjoyed it.
it's a
So
cool.
we're putting the pressure
Yeah,
on you.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to be great too, man.
What? What's?
I said you got to be great too. Hold on one second. Wait, there it goes. Okay, like I hadn't turned on my computer in a minute, and like everything wanted to update, so I was basically not there for the first couple of minutes of this episode. But I'm back. Everything's done. I closed it all out.
Welcome back.
I am not good at computers, man. That's the whole point of this podcast. Is I started a podcast because I wasn't good at it.
Yeah,
But-
I like your like 1990s backdrop here.
Wait till the
Thank
end
you.
when I
It
turn
was,
into an anime character.
Oh, that's great.
okay,
I
so
don't think you did it on purpose.
I didn't, but Andrew, a little bit about you, a little bit about the band. You know, I hate to put you on the spot, but tell us, you know, a little bit about you. College introduction. We're passing the ball around. Whoever catches it has to tell us 5 things. There you go.
Yeah, wow, I'm horrible at this.
I missed
Yeah, so I've it's hard to say when I started this band because it's not really a band so much as I guess a collective. But I started performing these songs sometime around 2006, I think. So I was really young. I was in middle school, and as I went through life, I formed a bunch of different iterations of kind of the same band to play the same songs. So I'm really more songwriting focused than actually performing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of my whole thing. Is I write songs and a lot of different folks play them with me. Other than
Pretty
that,
awesome.
yeah, I work at a coffee shop, so that's the perfect accompanying career path.
I was telling Diamondz that you made me a quesadilla the other day. It was real good.
Oh,
Nice.
thanks. Yeah.
Do you
I
play
mean,
your
doing
albums
that.
while you're at work? Or your recordings?
sometimes if I'm trying to really sell it, yeah, I'll go for it.
Who's this band, man?
Yeah.
Like that High Fidelity, when he's like, "I'm gonna put this record on, and everybody's gonna buy it."
I have this group of women that knit at our shop.
Knitters.
They're knitters, and they come to a lot of our shows. I have this like group of older women that really they become kind of our groupies, and
Do they sing
I'll-
along?
oh yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, I love that demographic. Wasn't what I really expected when I set out to do this kind of thing.
That is great.
Nice.
That is
But
awesome.
when I came through the other day, we were doing that art show again, and that's actually where I heard you guys. I was basically right. You know, I was doing an art show that me and my partner do once a month, and our booth was like 10 feet away from yours, so we were force fed your music for about 8 hours.
Yeah, you were
probably
kind of
less.
our only audience members because of the rain that day.
But by when you first started playing, I was like, okay, these guys are pretty good. Like, usually they have like it's like, I don't know, this time they had like a group of guys that was just like, it was just like an a cappella quartet, and they were
Nice.
singing really old music.
It's like a barbershop thing, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's
then but like by the end of it, I was we were clapping, my partner was cheering you on. I liked it. It was
Oh, thanks.
you guys do a pretty good live show for the venue.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal with the storms, and one of our mics kind of blew out right before that. But actually, that was our first show back since this new lineup change and COVID.
Really?
So that was
That's
the first
nice.
time we've played in like 3 years. So it was kind of
Oh,
nerve
wow.
wracking. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it got rained out a little bit because just to get back used to it again.
Yeah.
You guys practice a
So-
lot since you swap people a lot.
Oh no.
No,
No, not
that
as much.
wasn't my band.
Well, so many of the people who are on our records are long distance. Like one of our singers is in the Philippines, so
Oh, wow.
we can't really practice. Most of our stuff is just recorded and multi-tracked, and
That's
even
cool.
even before the pandemic, we did a lot of that. So
Almost like some postal service. Just send it off and add and move it
yeah,
around.
yeah, I love that
Cool.
kind of thing. I can't. I actually hate performing live a lot because I just don't have enough stuff there. I would need
Mhm.
like an orchestra that I'll never actually afford to play the sounds I really want.
Never know.
Well, yeah, we'll
Never
see.
know.
Because like Diamonds was really surprised. He was trying to figure out where you're from, what time zone and stuff. Because we work with a lot of people from California every now and then, Germany. And I was like, no, he's like probably down the road, man.
I live next to the Arby's.
We've got the meats.
Yeah, you might be able to hear the drive-through. It's right out the window.
But either way, like I wanted to ask. We were talking about. I want to go more into the music, but before that, because you mentioned not playing live too often, I did want to know where's the weirdest place you have played live.
Oh
Like I used
God.
to bring up, there's a bunch of metal musicians that are familiar with this deli that used to have like these crazy moshing concerts, but you could also go get like a Reuben or whatever in the background.
Yeah.
Like, what's the weirdest venue you've played?
I played at a breastfeeding festival once. So that one was really interesting. There were tents everywhere. It was really nice. It only happened one time, but it was cool. I played in China at a little watercolor festival. That was
That's
kind of
cool.
weird just because it's China. I've never been there. And it's really strange playing for like a large group of people that can't understand a thing you're saying, and I can't understand them. But it was actually really beautiful because of that too.
That's
How did
cool.
that happen? Like, how did you line that up?
It was really a stroke of luck. I went to college here in Moorhead, and the year before we toured in China, a group of students went and played at a little festival for the university, and some guy was there, some booking agent, and saw them and really liked it and wanted to book some American musicians, and we just happened to be here at the time, so they asked us to go the
awesome.
next year. So we really just were in the right place at the right time. But I loved it. We spent about 2 months there.
And that sounds like a really cool experience.
Oh yeah, we did that, and we did Ireland right after that. So it was like this really sudden international thing. I'm from Van Lear, Kentucky. I've never been anywhere, so it was a big jump for me, but it was super cool.
Yeah,
I think it's Japan has like a huge bluegrass following. So,
Yeah, they did. Well, China does too, and
Really?
yeah, we played a little bit of that when we were there, just to do like a cultural exchange, and they showed us a lot of traditional. We did like half our set in Chinese, which was super cool. Very difficult to learn, but really cool stuff. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I had a buddy or you said you did half your set in Chinese. Did you understand anything, or did you just memorize the sounds?
Mostly just memorizing, but I tried to look up like the actual translation to sort of make sense of it.
Mhm.
But
Make sure you're not saying something offensive.
well, yeah, they like proofread all of it for us because
Gotcha.
they knew we would be really bad at the pronunciation. But it was cool. They loved it. They sang along, and it was beautiful. There was this moment where this like spotlight went over the crowd. There was this old woman singing along with me in Chinese, and like I'll remember that forever. That was
It's awesome.
beautiful.
Dude, that's really cool.
This is really cool. I feel
Yeah.
tingly.
I like hearing about like these cool little life experiences people have, man.
It's awesome.
Like that's one of my
it's-
favorite things about this podcast is just you never know what you're going to hear, who you're going to come in contact with, and I don't know, it's just weird that you're right down the road when usually I'm talking to all these guys across the world and they don't really have stories like that about connecting with different cultures and stuff. Like, it's
Music
weird that
takes you
you
some really
had
weird
this
places.
opportunity.
It's awesome. I love, and that's my favorite part. That's the part I do like about performing live, is when you can travel and meet all these different people that you wouldn't otherwise meet, because it takes you places you'd never otherwise go. So that's really cool.
People
So-
singing along to the song you wrote too. It's a great feeling. It's
Oh
gotta be.
yeah,
Man.
it is.
Someone listens to me. That's great.
Our biggest song is a song I wrote about cats, and everybody sings along to that. And I feel more passionately about cats than almost anything else. So that's pretty cool.
It's beautiful, man.
But how long have you guys gone, or you or whatever, have gone under the name AP Harbor?
Not long. I mean, that was our first AP Harbor show that you were at last month. We at the right at the beginning of the lockdown, which is how I like, the before times and the after times. That's how I dictate time now. Right before that,
The new normal.
yeah, we switched over right before that. So I played in a band called the Wood Sheep before that, and that's where I did most of my touring.
That came up when I searched for AP Harbor.
Yeah. So we played a lot. We did a ton of touring internationally and all over the U.S., but it was a lot more cover songs mixed in with the original stuff. So we've kind of stopped doing so many covers, which I like a good cover song, but it got a little old after a while.
Too many people yelling "Freebird."
You have to have that at least once at every show.
Makes it official.
We had a song called Free Little Bird. It was like this really old children's song that we used to play anytime someone said play Freebird. It's like this auto harp song. It's really funny because they don't want that at all.
That's not the Freebird I wanted.
People in bars love it though. You surprise drunk people with kid songs and they go crazy.
Oh man.
So you had some kid songs you used to do.
We have a weird amount of kids songs. Like I don't know if it's like the whimsy of our I really love like that Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe. So I guess that just really translates well into kids music, but that's not my intention. I actually don't really care for kids. I'm kind of an introvert. I mean, I like other people's kids. That's great, but
I feel that.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Okay. All right. So you like other people.
I hate my kids.
I have a friend I used to be in a band with, and there was a period there where he started writing like Bible songs. And I mean, now he does a lot of old country style music, but it was just funny that whole period where he's like, listen to this song about Moses I made. I was like, okay, I'll listen.
It's weird that you guys bring both of those up, because when I was younger, I wanted to start a rock band, but all of the members also happened to be actors in the kids' church. So we started a children's Christian rock band, like a children's version of Skillet.
That's pretty
There's
cool.
a market for it.
There is. There's a market for
We
everything.
had one song, and dang did the kids love it, though. But so what's you don't mind me asking, what name did you start under?
Just
way
my
back?
name, Andrew Preston, and I almost
So that's
went
where the
back
AP
to
comes
that.
from.
Yeah, it's just my initials. I almost
figured.
just went back to that, but I really like having a lot of different singers, and so I needed something that like it wouldn't be, because my bandmate Mary sings quite a bit of our stuff, and like tagging it under Andrew Preston felt weird. So
Is she Andrew? Is he Andrew?
Yeah,
Who's
exactly. Yeah. Well, I heard a Brandy Carlisle track that the twins in her band sing, like all of it, and that's kind of cool, but it just is confusing if you're not famous. So
yeah, I always thought it was weird when people just go by the one person's name. Like, I don't care about the rest of these guys back here. You're all replaceable. Like, it just seems rude.
That's a strange vibe for
It's
me. I like
okay.
the. Sorry. Yeah. No. I like passing the torch around. I think it's more interesting that way.
One of my favorite bands is Queens of the Stone Age, and that's like Josh Homme has had so many different band members. But he didn't name it after him. It's just all these other people he knows come together to make songs, and they tour, they don't tour, and he gets new people. It's kind of a neat idea. Like I said, the postal service is kind of cool. You just make something, send it, everybody just adds to it. It's beautiful.
I don't know why this popped in my head, but I gotta say it, or it'll just be gnawing in the back. You guys know the band 3 Days Grace?
Heard of it?
You know, there's not a single original member in that band anymore.
I believe it.
Didn't they just release something new with a new singer?
Yeah,
yeah, I heard it. I kind of like it. It's kind of that early 2000s pop rock fun.
Man.
it's just weird. It's weird to me. Like, I like the idea of, it being a name, not just the band, but at the same time, it just feels like when you get to that level, like, it just feels like, I don't know, big corporate music just animating a corpse.
Yeah. After a while, you kind of, I mean, there's got to be something tying it together.
It's like
I think
the Gold Medallions, they're still touring, but most of those guys are dead.
I see that a lot with family bands. Like the family will die eventually, but they keep going. But it's really like a completely different band. But like they're not wrong. It's still a family band.
Mm-hmm. So magic? Any magic involved? You like some magic?
Yeah. We talk about the 3 pillars here: music, magic, and mental health. Magic meaning mainly Magic the Gathering, but any kind of nerdiness that you might have.
I just played Stardew Valley right before. I've been binging that game. It's and I didn't think I liked farming simulators, but oh my god, it's so cute.
Is it better than Minecraft? Because I've heard it's different. I know that much.
Yeah,
but
I never played Minecraft.
But there's a lot of crossover between the people that play those.
There are,
because like my partner, their cousin will call them and like, hey, do you want to play Minecraft or Stardew Valley? And I'm like, why is it always those two?
I always hear people go back to Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it's soothing. I don't know. It's nice. That's when Animal Crossing came out, and that was a thing. It came out at the perfect time because everybody in the world was stressed, so you could just go out and talk to your little animal friends. Yeah, I'm
too late.
I'm a big old school Nintendo guy, so that's kind of my geeky magic.
That's awesome
thing.
Which
kept
system?
us on track.
Super Nintendo was probably the best, and GameCube. I grew up with GameCube, so
Man,
I grew up with the
SNES
Super Nintendo
awesome.
and then went to GameCube as well.
Yeah, N64 was kind of the ugly stepchild.
You shut your mouth.
I love it, but you got to admit,
well, it's like my cousins, they got the N64, and when they got the N64, like I was always a generation behind on stuff. I got the Super Nintendo when they were getting the 64. And I mean, I didn't complain at all. Like I liked playing over at their place, but I didn't mind my Legend of Zelda Link to the Past and Super Mario.
Mm-hmm.
They aged like fine wine. I still play them. The graphics are so pretty. You don't have to worry about the ugly polygons because they're just these beautiful little sprites.
I went midnight to pick up the Super Nintendo Classic one year, like the little mini system that comes with 22 games on it.
Yeah.
It's real nice. I still have it. Like every now and then I'll still play Legend of Zelda on there. But moving on from the magic and nerdum now.
Wait, I got one more. The best game ever,
Diamondz,
Shadow of the Colossus. Go. Okay, go. Now your turn.
You go.
Shadow of the Colossus, best game ever.
Oh my god, yes, I agree.
That is best game in the world.
Game. Oh my gosh.
Amazing. I had no idea what to expect. Going in, it was just it took hold of me. It wasn't just the people you had to fight. It was just like this world. You're like, why is it like that? Do people live here? It didn't matter. I'm going to the next guy. I'm going to shine my sword. I'm going to go beat that guy. And it was just beautiful. Had no idea what was going on, but I loved it. All right,
Yeah. I love that.
All right.
best.
Diamondz is allowed to throw one name out and everybody get excited. Let me see if this one sticks.
I don't
Prince
get
of
to talk
Persia?
much.
Anyone?
Yeah, I really like. I played that one. I didn't play the classic ones. I played the one in like 2006 with it was a
Xbox?
3D game.
Yeah,
I think maybe Xbox.
Man,
It was fun.
I
enjoyed
hate
it.
Assassin's Creed because they killed that franchise.
Oh yeah.
They
Little
killed
known
themselves.
fact, Assassin's Creed actually started as a multiplayer Prince of Persia.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
The first Assassin's Creed was really cool because they had the whole. All of a sudden, you're playing, and then all of a sudden it's like sci-fi too. And whoa, like mind bending. You know, I thought it was awesome. My brain's very easy to impress.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's a
both
good-
have ADHD at the butt, so it's really fun doing podcasts because we never know what we're going to talk about. We can have all the notes we want, that don't matter.
You have notes?
I occasionally have bullet points, believe it or not.
I
Dude.
usually don't talk at all, so I'm very excited.
But so back to the music. What is, in your opinion, and this is going to be a really hard question, maybe even harder than asking who are you? What's your favorite song that you've ever written? Like, what's your child? Like, this is my favorite. This is AP Harbor. This is me.
I don't think I can pick. I don't think I can pick one. It's because it's like
Sure
having
you
a
can.
child. You can't play favorites.
I do.
I would say
I only have one.
one child or one
Yes,
song.
one
Yeah.
child.
I think I like them all for different reasons. I guess the first song I ever wrote, I'm pretty partial to for obvious reasons. So I'm gonna cop out and say that. It's also about cats. I wrote it.
Do you
That's
have
awesome.
like one that's your favorite to play live though? Like it's just fun.
Yeah, a lot of our the stuff from our record, "What a Circle Is Worth." It's the orange record we have, and it was all recorded live, so it's a really energetic, really fun album to play. It's the only one that was recorded like actually together. So anything from that, "Same Old Love Songs" is one of our songs that we do. I really like that one. That one.
You
It's
say
got this.
Orange is on vinyl?
No, I really want to though. I can't make myself do it yet.
I'm going to type it in here so I can look up what a circle is worth and remember it for later.
But
Yeah, it was our that record's my favorite to play live.
Is there any, now I know you hadn't played in a while until that show, but did you ever have like a song that you didn't like to play, but you felt like you had to play, whether it be for people that came out to see you or the other band members or any reason?
I think every musician has that song. We wrote a song. I don't do a whole lot of co-writing, but I did a song with one of my old bandmates. It was called "Live Simply," and it was just this folksy little anthemic, summery kind of track, and it was super catchy. Like the chorus was "Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh." It was like right when Mumford & Sons was big, so like everyone in the world called us Mumford & Sons, and which is fine, but God, that song got so old after a while, and that was the one that like people with the video got a lot of hits, and it was the only song anyone knew. So yeah, no, I never want to play that song again.
Yeah, I guess every band does have that one, like, one song that almost makes them one-hit wonder in a way, but not necessarily that, but like makes them feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't imagine like being the Killers and playing Mr. Brightside like at every show. That has to be mind-numbing.
Um, like I was looking up. You know what? Never mind, because I can't remember the band name. But uh, I was looking up that song, Paralyzer. You know, like I'm not paralyzed,
Yeah.
but I yeah. And those guys are still going, but they like all I ever see them post about is like the anniversary edition of Paralyzer.
Yeah, no, that's too far. I don't ever want to stick to something for that long. That's just stressful.
I've got a buddy in a band, and he's been playing some songs for so long, he'll just make up words as he goes, just because he's tired of singing the same stuff over and over. And then if I go to the show, he looks at me trying to get a reaction out of me. I'm like, I know what you're saying. You're talking dirty, but these people think you're singing the songs they're singing.
That's a
No,
good
no.
method to make it a little more interesting. I'm gonna have to remember that.
He did that when we were in a church band too.
Oh,
Well, that just makes it a little more interesting.
We were kids.
Yeah, I think
so
on one hand, it's like you have those songs that are like mind numbing to play, but also they're really easy to just pull out when like no one's feeling it, and you just need to play something to get people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of appreciate it on both hands, But
Well, that's good. It's good to be partial.
I forget sometimes that there's even an art to making a set list.
I used to
So,
really stress over that when I was younger for some reason, and I've given up because that you never follow it anyway.
Right, it changes.
Yeah.
These guys
but
aren't feeling
so
it. Play some Sublime.
Right.
you guys got any upcoming shows or anything you want to plug? I'm going to try to release this episode very soon. So,
Yeah, you said weird places to play. I'm playing at the Frosty Freeze on Saturday. It's just a little place out in Bath County. It's like the inside of a convenience store, basically. So I'm just playing a little solo gig. I'll probably play some covers and
I'll try to release this tomorrow so people can hear that you're playing the Frosty Freeze the day after, which would be, if you're listening to this now, tomorrow.
yeah. Come on out to the Frosty Freeze. We've got a couple shows. You can check the website. Most of the others are a little bit bigger with the full band, but
Yeah, and for the listeners that are too lazy to look at the descriptions right now, because all your websites in the description right now, click them, find them. Go ahead and say them out loud as well, so I know actually what to write there.
yeah, it's apharbormusic.com. You can find all our shows, all our records, all that stuff there.
Come on down, Georgia.
Yeah,
I know a
make
couple
a tour.
bars. Yeah, come on, man. I got some
Okay.
folks in Arkansas, some folks in Texas.
I think we're gonna do some traveling again next year. I wanted to just do local stuff starting back up because
I
I'm
understand.
lazy and it's a pain in the ass to find housing and all that. But I miss it. I prefer playing outside of the region. I think it's a little more interesting.
Or in
Well,
the
speaking
studio.
of in the region, let's little secret time here. Don't tell anybody that we're talking about this right now, Andrew. Especially you, Diamonds. I know you have loose lips.
I'm plugging my ears.
But what we're wanting to do is eventually, I've been wanting to try to do a live show somewhere in Moorhead. But what I wanted to do was have a couple bands come out as well
Ooh.
and
Oh, I'm not listening.
play some music, like, kind of like a live show where I'm just kind of like emceeing a little bit, whatever, just hosting it with different guests and stuff. But definitely think about whether you would like to do that in the future, because we need to get all types of people in there, not just the headbangers. We need somebody to calm the old people's heart rate once we have the headbangers out.
I think that sounds great. That sounds fun. I think there's plenty of places you could do it.
Do I just
I've
dance?
been wanting to do this since I moved up here, man. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, but I've just I really like the idea. Like, we've got Diamonds and I have a mutual friend that he knows this guy named Willie Fred that did this live show based on being a redneck and drinking Steel Reserves. And I went out to it. I made a 6-hour trip to do a live podcast in a bar. And man, I've wanted to recreate that feeling ever since.
I've
It
never
was
heard
just-
of a live podcast. I like the. I mean, it's kind of radio or like a talk show, right?
Yeah, it was just it was a the set cast that was going to be in there was on stage, and then they got to a point where they're like, "Hey, anybody want to come up here and talk to us?"
I bailed.
And
I'm ashamed. Even though I won the belt.
yeah, Diamondz and I used to drink off against each other on that show, and he won a belt that I made to look like a wrestling belt out of Steel Reserves that I drank and lost against him with.
Do you still have the
cheated.
belt?
He won't give it to me.
I have the belt. It's in this room, but I don't think I can get it out without making a whole bunch of noise that I don't want to edit.
And a lot of blood. There's a lot of loose metal.
Yeah, it's not very safe. It's really not.
Well, that's okay, I guess.
So on your website, we'll be able to find where you've got upcoming shows and stuff, and be able to purchase CDs and whatnot. Do you have?
Yeah, if anyone, if you still have CDs, yeah.
I
have
love CDs, dude.
I collect them for the booklets, but I don't know that a lot of people do that these days.
Like, I don't trust computers at all, man. Like, I don't trust them
Okay,
to
boomer.
just delete everything I have.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe you
You
never
press the
know.
vinyl, let me know, because that's usually what I do. It's like a good band we got. They have a vinyl record. I buy it. I got them on the wall. I need to set my computer up in a better place.
They're so pretty, and I want to get some, but they're so expensive, and
They're so expensive.
it's hard to tell. Like, I don't tour enough to sell them anymore.
Right.
But maybe we'll see.
I'll buy
I want
one.
one.
$500.
Okay, sold.
Jess, I need $500.
we also we put out like 3 records in a year, so that's like I want to make all of them physical too,
Mhm.
but that's expensive too because there's so many of them. But like I need them to be separate things because I'm compulsive.
You on Spotify or Amazon Music or
Yeah, it's on all the things.
all that stuff? Okay,
All the things.
all the things. I'm gonna listen to it. I can't wait. I drive a lot, so I need something to listen to.
There you go. It'll calm you down, apparently.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
I know. I really like it. I really do like it.
I enjoy it.
I don't step out of my comfort zone of music very much, but I do really like AP Harbor now.
Well, thanks. A lot of our stuff is kind of rooted in like early punk, anti-folk music, so maybe that's why it's got a little bit of that unhinged quality in some of it.
Yeah, it's like, when you like put your stuff on random, I haven't actually listened to like an album in one sitting or anything. I just have
best
had
way.
random music come up. It's no, I don't know. I almost said it in a way that would have sounded offensive.
You can sound offensive,
but it's not offensive. It's like it's serious music, but it's not like super take yourself serious music.
Yeah, some of it's stupid as hell. That's kind of the point of
The man loves cats. Leave him
Yeah.
alone.
that's serious music. That we don't talk
excuse
about.
me.
No, yeah, we've got some songs about. There's one about those little ghost pipe flowers. You ever seen those? They grow around mountainous. I have a tattoo of one. You probably can't see it, but
Yeah.
they're these super cool little. They're not mushrooms or fungi, but they are parasitic and they lack chlorophyll. So they're these eerie little plants. But there's a song about those, and there's no higher meaning. I mean, you can interpret it that way if you want, but I think everything can be written about. There's too many love songs as it is.
There's never enough of those.
Oh, well, I've got some love songs too, but
Love songs about flowers or cats. It's all great.
All right, boys, we're gonna write a love song right now. We're gonna start our own band right here, right now, and we're gonna be #1 on the charts within a week.
Okay.
We're gonna beat Taylor Swift.
We're gonna meet Taylor Swift. No,
She's a sweetheart.
That's what we do. We write a song about breaking up with Taylor Swift.
Oh man,
I'm surprised hasn't been done yet.
That'd be a great song. I love
Gotta
it.
edit this out now. I just released our biggest secret to making money in the world.
If you can get us a collab with Taylor Swift, then we're set.
Or with all the guys she's broken up with.
Oh no, that's a lot of guys.
I don't think
it's a lot of guys. Has she dated Pete Davidson yet? It's a matter of time, right?
All right. I'm not. I don't know celebrities. I'm really uncultured.
I love Taylor Swift.
I like Taylor Swift a lot.
I celebrate her whole entire catalog.
Whenever we have a big show, Diamondz wears a Taylor Swift shirt.
Don't tell him that. This is not a small show. Let me go get it.
No, not like a big show. I meant like when we guest on other people's shows.
Have you seen the documentary? There's
a Taylor Swift documentary.
You can't.
You didn't know.
I want to tell you, you can't wear a Taylor Swift shirt if you haven't seen the documentary.
I can too. Shush.
That's a great shirt.
I didn't mean big show as in like big guest, because like I don't even know if you've worn it on our show. I just know you wear it when we guest on shows.
I'm trying to be special.
Like, I gotta look my best. I gotta wear my T Swift shirt.
You know it. It's a little small. I had to find.
It's like 2 sizes too small.
It's way too small.
But either way, Andrew.
But I want an AP Harbor shirt. Where do I find that?
A what?
AP Harbor shirt.
We just released them today.
Your timing
is great. Yeah, there's a pre-sale up. It has a little cat on it.
Perfect. Taylor loves
a little cat with a ball of yarn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. But thank you for coming on. Is there any last words you'd like to say before we let you go?
Not that I can think of. Thanks for having me, though.
Thanks for coming on, man. And this has been the Confound Millennial, starring Steven Stirvin, Michaels, Ryan Diamondz, and featuring Andrew of A.P. Harbor.
I may never pay my dues if my prayers never do come true. But should I tell my children that my stories are all fiction?